You're gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me how to do the list?
Eat a burger.
Eat a
and
burger.
Put it to rest.
Do it.
Now we know. Daddy's at the law firm until 8 hours, and Davey's watching XXX down in the fucking basement.
Get that out of my face. But you punch the burger?
I'm gonna throw it.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes. Yeah, we changed it. We're back up. Come on. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. We've seen him 2 places.
All right, Monday, December 4th. Shout out Jay-Z. Diamonds up. Happy birthday, Sean Carter. Monday edition. Lot to discuss. Surviving Barstool. We had a great show on Thursday when all that news broke. Everybody was like, I'm not paying. I'm spread thin. I gave you guys money for this, for that. I get it. I'm telling you, if you have group chats tonight, you cannot risk the things in the next couple of episodes being spoiled. Take a look at it. I know money's tight. I totally get it. The next couple of episodes is really where you're getting your bang for your buck. It's an unbelievable series. Starts tonight based off of that trailer alone. Unbelievable stuff. So take a look at that. Premiering at 8 o'clock tonight, barstool.tv. Again, a scenario that we did not expect, but we're making the best of. They hosed us. YouTube hosed us. We're making the best deal possible. It's unbelievable series. Starts tonight. Really gets going tonight. Jetski, what has stood out, I guess? Me and you are tight, but what has stood out to you, I guess, in the first 3 episodes?
Just the overall volatility. I know it's a game show, and I know it's like reality, and these people are coworkers, but the beefs feel like they're very real, and I know they are, and it's something that just makes you realize when there's that much money on the line, people really get testy. It's crazy.
The thing that really stood out to me was the challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in an office. Pitch this to any kind of content creators or website. You're in an office. How are you going to do good challenges? They went all out in terms of building things. The puzzle piece thing was crazy. That's straight out of real TV shows. So it was fun to do it. I wish we could do it again. It's an unbelievable experience. Tonight is really where fireworks fly. And the money, it's worth it. Again, a decision we did not intend on, but tonight is where you're really getting your money's worth. And you can go back and watch all of them. It's a great setup. So we'll go with that. Big news out of the weekend, college football playoff. I imagine we get a lot of calls. We kind of warned you with it. To be honest, I thought Texas was going to get more fucked than FSU. I thought they would put Bama in over Texas and watch the world burn. But Texas and Bama clearly were a package deal. It's crazy that Florida State goes undefeated and is left standing there as the first bridesmaid without and never a bride. Insane. What the question I would ask the committee, if you're Florida State, what more could you have wanted us to do? We went 13-0. We beat a top 20 team in a championship game. What more could we have done to get into this dance? It's a skewed system. Always has been. We had computers doing it. This is also a sport. Jetski, how closely do you follow college football? I made this point earlier on Pick Central.
Definitely not as close as you.
All right.
I'm aware of.
What if I told you that you do understand the history of it, right?
Yeah.
And the black and white and the rivalries and the parades and homecoming and all that shit. Do you know that there's really never been a true champion the way the system was laid out? In the 70s
You're saying
and
with the bowl system.
ever. Just ever in this sport.
Okay.
In the 70s and 80s, you go back to that Miami documentary. The way the bowls were tied up was if you were number one in the Big Ten, you would go into the Rose Bowl.
Yes.
And play in a Pac-12 team. But the Pac-12 team might be 9 or 11. There was never a playoff. There was never a 1-2. Then the system that we do get, okay, now it's time for 1-2. How are we going to do that? A fucking computer printout that no one knows the rules to. Or no one knows the formula. Yeah. It just spews it out. It's what the hell is this? Now we have a playoff that, again, not every team in the country can really compete for. And you have a 4-team playoff that's skewed as well. With all the history of college football, next year is the first year that you're actually competing for a championship in a fair way in terms of a postseason.
And it's kind of wild.
It's crazy. It's been around forever.
Be pivoted because basketball obviously has the tournament system down.
The crazier thing was in the 80s and 90s that they just voted in the AP polls. That was just it. You just played bowls and that was the end of your season. So nuts. It's a flawed system, and good riddance to the entire thing, because this goes to show that in the last year it's right down to chaos. Last night, the Chiefs. I'm actually kind of spinning it a little bit that the Chiefs are not the offensive firepower team that they've been. First off, that was pass interference late in the game. Insanely criminal of a call. But I actually think that you can look at it, if you're a Chiefs fan, glass half full. They're playing defense. They have no weapons on offense other than Kelsey and Pacheco, who runs really hard, but he was a Rutgers guy, like late rounder. No wide receivers. I actually think it's a good thing they're still in the mix for the 1 seed. And they got through the hell of this schedule at 8-4, which is a great record. Cupcakes the rest of the way. They got the Bills, and then I believe it's Cupcake Row. So they will probably finish at 12-5 and be in a great spot to go steal the number 1. What's their schedule? Marty wrote it off today. Falcons, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. It's like a joke. The Broncos are getting better, and they did beat them, but it's a joke.
Bills.
So Bills is hard. It is what it is either way. They can actually lose that. It's whatever.
Pats, Frisky.
Joke. Joke.
Raiders, Bengals, Chargers.
Yeah, Raiders, Bengals, Chargers, all dead. Chargers might be sitting Herbert in the last week of the season.
Yeah, I will say it is still the NFL.
It's definitely still the NFL, but give me
You
the
would have given
list.
the Packers the win last night.
Look at the list. We'll transition to the next two. What are the Eagles and Cowboys playing for the next 4 weeks? Much harder. Eagles a little bit easier, but much, much harder. I do think it's going to be the Cowboys coming out of the NFC East. Very hard schedule, but if the Cowboys can start stringing together a couple of wins here and get some help from the Eagles, including next week when they beat the Eagles.
Have Cowboys.
And then
Seahawks,
Giants twice.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cowboys have a tough schedule. But I think they beat the Eagles head-to-head. They're tied, and then we kind of run the gauntlet there. I'm not a Cowboys guy. I'm not an Eagles guy. I know horse in the race. But I've been pretty good at predicting this Cowboys team being very good, and I think it means way more to them to be at home. Don't be surprised the Cowboys catch fire here and go steal this NFC East.
I'd be shocked. Their schedule is...
Yeah, it's hard, but they could go beat some good teams. They've been a very good team.
Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions, Commanders. There's not one gimme there.
No. All hard teams. But the Cowboys are hot. The Cowboys are playing well. I think the Cowboys can go steal this. Do not be surprised. That's my strong take. I think do not be surprised if the Cowboys go steal it. Starts next week. Now, we're going to know real quick. They lose the Eagles, it's over. Over. Dead and buried. But I think the Cowboys have it in them. And I think football's better when the Cowboys are better competing for a Super Bowl. So, interesting as that goes. That'll wrap up the first quarter if that's what you want to weigh in. Surviving Barstool, you got questions on that. Bowl games, you got a good pick on bowls. I got no feel for bowls yet. I do, need to break it down by next week.
I love Washington.
Yeah, they're a good story. I like that the story. I like Penix. You know who really comes out of this? A loser? Chris Peterson. Not that I have anything wrong with him, and he did get his team to a playoff with Washington, but Chris Peterson, tough. Washington's exploding now without him. It's been a while. It's been a while, but yeah.
His teams were really good.
They were, but
Yeah,
he can never get it done. So it is what it is. The 1 year Washington maybe gets to a championship game, it might not be him. Also, as much as it sucks, they nailed the playoff. This is unbelievable content. 2 unbelievable games, New Year's Day, unbelievable. So I'm very much excited for these playoff games. Let's open it up in the second quarter.
Do you want to do video first?
Yeah, we have a DM from a caller. He wants you to react to a video.
All right, I'm in.
So we're going to pull it up.
Love that.
And then I'll put him on after.
Perfect.
So let me just pull this up. Jason, that looks good? Full screen? Okay. All right. So we're going in blind to this.
All right.
You can see it?
What are you doing, bro?
Touch me again and see the fuck happen.
Oh, you'll touch me.
Touch me,
You touch me.
motherfucker.
What's your mouth?
Watch your fucking mouth. It's your fucking child. Who you think you're talking
Then what are you gonna do? You gonna jump over the
to? Yeah,
hills?
I'm waiting right here. I don't do what the fuck you tell me to do. Who the fuck is you? Yeah, alright. Fuck, this is your child. I ain't this fucking child.
I don't know if it escalates further past
Let's
this.
be. I tried to be fucking.
All right. It's kind of simple. So I believe if I'm gathering information, they're getting off the plane.
Correct.
This is Jamie from Jersey.
So this is going to be a hard one for me
Jamie, you're on.
because
What's going on, Bosco?
Yeah,
big
go
fan,
ahead.
big fan.
Thank you.
The guy, he's coming off the plane, and he asked the dude at the end to get up so he can get into line. The guy is obviously going, hey, man, where are we going? We're all just standing here. He just fucking climbs over him. That's insane.
Are you split
The
on
guy,
this?
no, I'm pro guy hopping over.
What? How? Dude,
What is
this goes against everything you stand for. No way.
What is your philosophy on life?
No morals. No morals. No morals.
Shut up, Jamie. First off, it's my show. The aisle guy never really laid out his case.
But it wasn't their time to go.
He should have been like,
Where are we
listen, when
going?
time gets up, I'll stand for all of us. I get off. Aisle guy, he just kind of was like, he didn't want to interact. So that guy's like, you know what? All right, I'm going to make a move. Like, strong dog wins the fight there.
You don't know what the context before that.
Rico, I'm a big fan,
The
but that
aisle
breaks my
guy,
heart, Rico.
the aisle guy was trying to be crazy. The middle guy out
Hold on, let's
crazy.
pull this back up. We're not going to play. We're just going to see.
I respect when they out crazy him. The middle guy out crazied him.
So it it does look like the people behind them have begun standing up. So maybe it no, because the people like in rows in front of them haven't even gotten up. These are line cutters, and this is the worst line cutter, most egregious case of line cutting I've ever seen.
You told the story like 2 weeks ago.
Rico, what if someone did this to you? You're throwing them out the exit window.
No, yeah.
Look at this. These people haven't gotten up. It is not their time to move yet.
It is 8 rows ahead. They still haven't gotten going.
All right.
All I'm gonna say
this guy's
is
like
this is
Eastern
about
European.
Between this and the
starts
cart,
moving-
I don't know what's going on.
If he starts moving ahead of those other rows, then I have, which it looks like he will do. Yeah, you know what?
Rico, if I climb over you on the plane,
All right,
you're
all right,
smashing
all right.
a soda can on my head.
The guy in the aisle, though, has to do more than just. He's got to lay out. Hey, when it's my time, I will move into that aisle.
There
I
was
think I'm back
definitely a
on this
language
fucking dummy.
barrier because Orange Shirt sounded like he had a little bit of
Yeah,
like an
he's
Eastern
a
European
dummy,
accent.
but I'm somehow back on this guy. Now I'm back on the aisle guy.
See, he's like, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do?
This is gonna put you undefeated.
I thought he
I'm
was
back
hitting
on
a
the aisle
bag of
guy.
drugs.
I'm back on the aisle guy.
This-
But no, I respect middle
that's a
guy
dub,
trying to
that's a
out
dub.
crazy. You want to get crazy, I'll out crazy. I respect that. But if this guy starts cutting lines, then I'm out on that.
If
Yeah.
you were Orange Shirt,
Thanks
you
for
would
everything
chase
you
this
guys do,
guy
Rico.
down,
Big fan.
hound
Thank
him
you.
to
Big,
baggage
big,
claim. You would not let this guy breathe from the moment he got out at
I agree,
8:20
I agree.
to JFK's
But
baggage
the
claim.
guy in the aisle's got to say, you got to have some kind of communication there and say something.
I think he's just foreign.
Also, you kind of can't let him jump over you.
No, you can't. That,
Like once you get emasculate, now I'm back. Like you just got dummied,
who
bro.
was the AI? That was AI over Ty Lue right there.
Yeah,
That
pretty
was-
much.
That was no good.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's a tough. I mean, that is only on Spirit. That's fucking. By the way, everyone wants to shit on Spirit. I'm gonna make sure they're not a sponsor. Actually,
They're not.
No, somebody else. Maybe a direction of a music festival.
Okay.
Blank by blank blank.
Yes, yeah.
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
That's a wild experience too.
For sure.
Wild experience. No seats, line up. The lady next to me was super nervous on the flight. I go, where are you going? She was already on 4 flights to get to like northwest Minnesota.
Just
From
pack the truck
Ohio.
up.
It was a wild scene for her. So, yeah, I'm back on aisle guy, but you can't get dummied like that. I lose all respect for you.
Yeah.
Gotta say something.
You gotta just single leg takedown as soon as he tries to step.
Gotta
over.
say something. It's a good one. Give me one more, and then we'll go. 2 more, and then halftime.
Anthony, Brooklyn.
Hey, what's up, Rico? Healthy debate here.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? So I gotta say, Uber drivers in New York City, I think they're just totally done. It's over with them. They're so bad at driving. There's never music on. They usually smells like shit. And usually when you go to Florida, New Jersey, you get in the car, the guy says, "Hey, how you doing?" You have a conversation with the guy.
Yeah, I don't want my guy. I think we're a little different. I don't want my guys talking to me. Get in.
Yeah, but
drive.
these guys
don't even ask me my name.
They don't even speak English.
I mean, listen. You hear that knocking? Yeah, it's 2023, 1965. You're not going to get away with those comments. Drop them.
There we go. We gotta stand for
Guys
something.
trying to make it in America. I mean, what are we doing?
Also,
That's insane.
I love
Nuts.
that you
That's
get in an
also
Uber.
that's Anthony from Brooklyn. Like, that's the
No,
ultimate.
that checked out.
That's
100%.
ultimate Bronx tale. My father said this is how it starts.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
all right, pal. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
He said that. I was like, I
holidays.
had to like clean my ears. Like, did I just hear that?
Yeah,
right?
it's we don't.
It's nice that they don't talk to you in New York. You just say, "What's up, brother?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No.
it's
No,
fairly
no
easy.
disrespect. I got an Uber driver after a very late night last night working the stream, and it was like 11:40. And I don't care if it's like Spanish music or anything. This lady was just listening to a Spanish audiobook, and I had
I can't do that.
I had no headphones, and like this is like I was like, yo, long day. I was like, what the fuck? And it was a 20-minute drive. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, that's a little tough. I'm getting weird. I got dinged, I think, twice for negative ratings when I didn't speak.
Really?
Literally didn't speak.
Were
I don't
you
know if
talking on the phone to somebody?
No.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
One time maybe. Yeah. But is that fair? Like that's.
I think you have to say hello, and then if you're gonna get a phone, like maybe say I'm gonna take a phone call. Is that cool? Even though it is your right, I think
right.
common courtesy maybe.
Yeah,
clear.
All right. Fair enough. Perfect Uber ride is you get in a car, pass out, and you wake up at your house.
The best. Nothing better.
The goddamn best. All right, give me one more. We'll go to halftime.
Ben, Princeton.
We'll go quick today.
Hey, what's going on, Rico?
What's up?
Hey, I know it's a big football weekend, but
I actually disagree.
Mid-major basketball. What do you think's the most?
I actually disagree. Well, you
What do
got
you
Army.
think's the most-
You got Army Navy. It's not the biggest weekend, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm talking about this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
But nothing beats good mid-major basketball. What do you think's the most underrated mid-major basketball conference? I got to go with the CAA.
CAA is pretty good. I think the Mountain West has some really good teams. San Diego State, Colorado State's getting ranked. Nevada's been pesky. Wyoming had a kid. Now he's at Gonzaga, but he's really good. I like the Mountain West. I think Dukes. What's the one we always call the MAC? The Horizon. On Friday nights, they'll never win
Wright
tournament
State.
games,
Yeah.
but they're very entertaining. I like the America East to a degree.
A10.
A10, yeah. There's a lot of mid
think
majors,
A10's
but for
most
my
underrated
money,
this
it's the
year.
Mountain West. I always feel like the Mountain West is better.
Healthy debate? I think you could even say the Mountain West is now overrated.
Yeah?
They get 3 teams into the tournament. Everyone's always like, look at them. Look
Oh,
at them.
they've been
Ken Palm loves
horrific
them.
in the tournament.
And then in the tournament, they suck.
Horrific.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what. Has anybody been more right about the Aggies than me?
What did you say?
That they made the best hire.
Oh,
in the
Utah
offseason.
State. I was thinking Texas A&M for
No,
a second.
one of the best hires there ever was. So, doing really well.
Going off mid-majors, you got an important game tonight. Who are you repping, Arkansas State or Alabama? Say it right now on the program.
Well, listen, I'm coming out of it with a text message.
Say it right now.
I'm coming out of it with a text message and a win. Either way.
Give us a pick right now, Arkansas State or Alabama.
I think if you're a 25-point favorite, chances are Alabama's probably going to win.
We're gamblers.
But if Arkansas State wins, it's great. I kind of like the over. I think it might be the most fun over in America.
Best bet of the night.
Yeah. Although Bama's got to come with a better defensive effort. Oates has been saying that. So I do wonder if they'll stymie him a little bit. And you need to kind of be perfect in a 40-minute game to go over 100 and 65?
Bama's offense is damn near perfect.
Yeah, they're very, very good. So the defense will come. Offense has been there. Yeah, I think that's an over. We also got Iowa-Purdue in a fun one tonight. I like the kid Cricky at Iowa, so we'll see. But, yeah, a lot of hoops, a lot of good ones. Mountain West is one of my favorite mid-majors. They got to figure it out in the tournament. They've been – what's their record? It's horrific.
Like, I don't know.
Oh, no, you know what, though?
San Diego State was the
that
only
gets
team.
debunked. San Diego State gets through.
Does it?
But I will say this. What do you mean? They made a Final Four run.
No, I'm saying, dude, they overhump everything.
No, not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything, but they saved the narrative a little bit that
You can't make a deep run.
the whole world in the media is just hammering that Mountain West narrative.
Fine.
And now you got to back up a little bit. You can't hit them.
Fine. I was thinking more, I guess, like
Can't hit them.
the Wyoming,
But
the Colorado
what's crazy
States.
is San Diego State pulled one out of their ass against Charleston. That's how it goes. 1 point away from going out in the first day of the tournament, first weekend of the tournament, first round of the tournament, and here you are in the Final Four, right there to get to the championship. So let's go halftime and let's bury the second half because the Spirit call, it took a lot, so that's good. That's what we like. Let's go halftime. We'll bury the second half.
Oh, 9:08.
Yeah, 9:30. We have to be mic'd up. You guys are dead asleep snoring.
Not dead, very much alive.
20 minutes. Play. Mike. Okay. Win today.
Mike? Who's Mike?
Mic'd up.
Mike who?
I have a major problem.
Dave panics when he does not have control.
It is all a mental game. You don't know what his advantage is.
What are you talking about? Brain's starting to go a little bit. We had to run him into the ground.
Rico's got it.
Everybody knows that when you lose, you don't take it graciously.
This is the most in trouble I think I've ever been.
Telling you, this is where the fireworks start. Barstool.tv, it's a great one tonight. For a lead-in, we'll be streaming at 9 right after. So very, very excited for that. You got questions on that, let us know. You can weigh in. Phil, light him up.
Brad from Ohio, you're on.
Rico, want to talk about Florida State real quick.
Yep.
I don't think that the committee made the wrong choice, but healthy debate. If you're Mike Norvell, I think he absolutely needs to go harder at the media and at the college football playoff committee. Like, go after names, go after everything about them. This is one chance where he knows they got screwed. Healthy debate. I'm going absolutely nuts in the media if I'm Mike Norvell.
The other thing is Norvell has not been like a lights-out guy at Florida State just yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was one of those this year could have gone either way. If they don't go undefeated,
yeah, he's been scrutinized.
Yeah, they're not loving him. I will say this: I would talk to the president, I'd talk to the AD, and I'd be like, "You got to have our back." I'd walk off the field in the Sugar Bowl. I'd go. I'd pay for the what?
I would go nuts. I think he needs to make a bigger deal out of this.
I think if you make a mockery of it, it's bigger headlines. I think they go to the game and I think they walk off the field. I think that's a big statement.
That's interesting. I wish he would go after the people in the college.
Oh, he should. Listen. Both can be right. He could hammer them all the way through, and then the day of the game, he walks off the field. I think that says something too. I think you could do both. I agree with you. Hammer them.
Good stuff.
Hammer them. You fucked their kids, the seniors. You fucked them. Hammer them. Hammer them. Give me the next one.
Crazy breaking news. You know Tyler Buckner? Tyler Buckner in the transfer portal, former Notre Dame quarterback for lacrosse. Just saw that in the main chat. All right, let's go Vince and Cincy.
Yo, Rico, you got me?
What's up?
All right, so I'm just not trying to pile on, but hear me out. This might have to be one of the rediscussed things that have been in the 2-minute drill. I remember, and this is also coming on possibly the first L of your career as a healthy debate hoster with the Spirit Airline thing, but
all right, hold on. It was confused. It was a judgment call. I do think that guy loses points for getting bodied. You can't get bodied and let somebody step over you. And I respect out crazying somebody. That the guy sitting in the aisle is going to chirp. The middle guy's going to out crazy him. I do kind of respect that. They're both wrong, but out crazying somebody I respect. If I'm acting crazy and they out crazy me, respect.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. They both seem like they're in the wrong, but my healthy debate is going back to the 2-minute drill, I think last Monday or the Monday before, about the Ducks and the Rhinos. If you're telling me that a rhinoceros isn't going to be able to fend off at least 300 ducks with its skin, I mean, it's made to defend against big cats and stuff. You think 300 ducks can stop that?
Yeah,
I'm
we
thinking
did
at least
gloss over
1,200.
that. I think it would
have
to
didn't
be.
Hear that.
No, we did it in 2-minute drill. We didn't really get into it, but I didn't want to we're trying to get through a lot of questions. I didn't want to press back. It was the last question, but I think that could be one that deserves a little bit more of a thoughtful answer.
The way I look at it is he might be able to kick, let's say 10 ducks each go to his toes. You put 50 on the back legs, they're not going to know. And then they're just biting and biting and biting and biting. It might tip them over. You lose some ducks in that situation. And then all of them get on top, and you're just poking and biting and poking and biting. It's all strategy. I think 300 could get the job done. I might have too many. I might have a few to spare.
I think it's 1,000 minimum you need.
Yeah?
Rico, do you know
10
that
on each leg. You don't think it's taking it down, biting them?
1,700 and 3,600 pounds.
I think if
3,600 pounds.
Because you got to imagine they're going to be all flying in the V at him at once. So if he has a head start and just horn down, he's taken out a couple hundred in a fell swoop.
Okay.
Just
Easily.
Off of his
One
mass
fell
alone.
swoop.
I guess it's can they get behind him? Yeah.
Well, and I
Rhinos
was
don't
talking
move
about it
that
with my
fast.
buddies.
Jason has some info for us.
Yeah.
I
Fun
was
fact.
talking about
All
it.
right, hold on,
with some buddies of
Fitzy.
mine.
Hold on, Fitzy.
Fun fact: rhinos are largely blind from about 10 feet out of their eyesight. They can't really see just for how their eyes are like constructed, basically. They're also really clumsy. They cannot run fast and turn at the same time, so they will run in one direction, and that's it. Turning is a guessing game for them.
What about a wide turn, like a NASCAR track?
Now we got Rhinos doing NASCAR turns.
Turn.
I don't know.
Like
I
just
think
taking a long turn. It doesn't have to be sharp.
if the Ducks get him from behind, I kind of like that.
Damn. Yeah, that changes things a little bit.
does, I'm
But
telling you.
What I was going to say is that it's akin to a similar argument that me and my buddies had. I was talking about it with them like 3 weeks ago before this happened. How many ants do you think it would take to take on a human? Because it's kind of a similar argument to the Ducks and the Rhinos. They're so small. Like, what's an actual number, not just like a million or
I
whatever?
have a scientific breakdown of the rhino duck thing if we want to look at it.
Yeah, let me see that. And then ants, it might be 25 to 30.
Can we show this, Jason?
It's 25 to 30,000.
Yeah, because they can make those like little ladders or whatever.
Okay, so this says we shall use a 3,500 kilogram rhino and 1.4 kilograms for each duck. The question that we need to answer is how much weight does it take to crush an animal to death? Obviously, that has to do with the size of the animal. You can crush a bug much easier than a small rodent, whatever. So with the weight of one elephant is enough to crush a rhino. That's very crucial information. I just kind of abridged the rest of it. You need 3,828 ducks to crush a rhino, weight-wise. I guess this guy's extrapolating that would be the easiest way for them to kill
What did
it.
I say?
You said 300.
To swarm them.
Oh, crazy. Yeah,
So
all right.
you would need almost
Well, no.
4,000 ducks to get on top and crush the
Well,
rhino.
I don't
can
want
meet
to
Rico in
crush
the
it.
middle.
I think you
Divide
can eat it to death.
3,800, yeah.
I think you can eat it to
Yeah.
death.
I don't know. It's like
If I
has
get his
Kevlar
ankles
skin.
and tip him over, I can eat it to death.
I don't know. This guy seems like he knows his shit. And he
Their
said
skin is meant to like protect them from big cats and other shit in
Oh,
Africa.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
genuinely. That's what I mean. Like ducks aren't going to be able to just
A
like
duck.
destroy-
All right.
it
How
would take,
quickly
like,
could a
at least
duck?
1,000.
How quick could a duck completely poke out a rhino's eye?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't.
Yeah, that's true because I think Shane said they're blind. That might play a factor into there.
Yeah, it changes. I don't know. Yeah, all right. It's somewhere between 300 and
And
3,000.
you need to stack the ducks 131 ducks high with multiple rows. This guy-
300 is not comparable to 3,000.
No, it's
Rico.
not. I went
300
low.
ducks?
I guess I went low.
This guy really did the research.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right. Ants 25 to 30,000 minimum, just to even
Ants
start.
would need millions.
Millions.
How
No,
many
yeah,
ants make up
that's
one
what
duck?
I didn't.
Like
Yeah, that's what I was about
500
to
ants.
say.
Bro,
Take
if
on a-
there's 20,000 ants on you,
Bro, do you know how many 20,000
That's
is
beta
comparative
shit.
to like a 6'5"?
Yeah, I guess.
That was a
human?
very beta answer. What are you going to do? Freak out?
I might kill myself. Don't fucking kill me, YouTube.
No, but I looked at it, I was just curious. You'd have to think, it very person to person, but how many ants would be needed to carry a body?
Oh.
Okay, we can.
Right?
lot.
Which, that's what that is not easy. That's easy math.
No,
That's-
it's not.
That's just not like easy to come
A
up.
lot.
Okay, an ant weighs only 1/200th of a gram, so it can only carry about 1/4 of a gram. A gram is fuck.
I say 3 million ants.
Probably.
3 million ants
I
would
would
have to
say
be
like a
Maybe.
million.
It's close.
3.4 million ants is what this Reddit thread is saying.
That's close.
Dude.
Yeah, wow. 3 million ants is crazy.
And also, like, you have to take into consideration, like, the colonies, like how they communicate with each other.
Yeah.
There's a way to like set up these things in like an engine online. Like I just saw a video of I think it was like 1,000 Jedi versus 20,000 ostriches, and that was pretty cool. It recreated that, so maybe we can.
We don't condone animal violence. I don't think you should do that. But wouldn't it be fun to go somewhere with robots, like animatronic ducks, exactly similar to the weight and strength and behavior of a duck? So no real animals get hurt.
Yeah.
But you go to this like type of thing, and you're fighting off robotic
Jurassic Park, basically.
ducks. Jurassic Park for like games of animals and shit.
I think that's a great idea.
Or you can like wrestle a bear, and you can't die, but you can literally see how quick you get dummied.
I like that idea a lot.
Now, you might get, well, the only thing is, what happens if the robot throws you on your head and you just start bleeding out? That's where we're like.
It would just need to be like in a trampoline type.
Well, maybe it's since it's a fucking.
Yeah, it'd have to be in like a Rob Deerdeck funhouse or something. Like this would be a great way to test
the Chicago office.
The Chicago office, yeah.
Or if the ground, if there's a way for the ground to be at any point, we could flip it to like mats. So like while I'm gonna get thrown down, then a soft mat pops up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would work. They have the Boston Labs like. Robot dog always goes viral on Twitter. It doesn't even look like a dog, but the thing can do like backflips and shit. So I'm sure they can make a giant gorilla or something.
It's a good one. We got the brains thinking today. College football, fucking ants, ducks. Give me one more. We'll go to the fourth quarter. They've been good today.
Peace out, fellas.
Peace out.
Zach, Chicago.
You loaded up on the back end, Dukes?
Zach,
hey,
Chicago.
Rico, how you doing? Hey, how's
What's
it going?
up? Good.
I'm actually a Florida State alumni here, so we've been having a hard weekend.
I know, yeah. I don't know too many Florida State alums. The ones I had, they weren't necessarily like the most motivated with original thoughts. So I'm interested to hear yours.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'm the first guy to tell you guys that.
Probably flipping through their baseball cards or something.
We weren't one of the best teams. Yeah. So like when Jordan Travis went down, I understand we weren't one of the best teams. The problem that I have with all this is the logic that was used yesterday by the committee. And they said, all right, well, what was the big factor that played into why Florida State's not the top four? And Boo Corrigan goes, well, Jordan Travis's injury played a big part in that. We saw that. But this is a problem I have. Why didn't they rank us 3 weeks ago after that North Alabama game,
right,
7 or 8 behind Texas or Alabama, and we go win our bowl game this weekend, Texas wins, Alabama wins, and all of a sudden, because we played the game, we dropped a spot to go number 5.
Here's what I would say.
Is, why do we even play the game?
I agree with you. You nailed put the nail on the head there. You nailed it. What I would say is that these people are criminals, but they're so stupid that they can't cover up the criminal acts. So they don't know how to set themselves. If they knew all along that they were probably going to fuck you in the end, they should have slowly fucked you. And they should have moved you back a little bit. And then 3 weeks ago, you'd be bitching like, why'd we move back? Well, and then start the narrative then. Like, start the cover-up process then. Because it would have been a lot easier if you were 5 a couple of weeks ago. Or I shouldn't say it'd be a lot easier. I think you should have gotten either way. But in terms of the crime, in terms of like covering up the crime, the committee would have a little bit easier way defending themselves if they fucked you 3 weeks ago and started that process.
Exactly, and that's all I'm
But
asking.
again, that goes to show they're criminals, but they're dumb criminals.
Yeah, and yeah, again, I know people are probably like, yo, they're crying about it, whatever. No, we're taking it on the chin.
Right.
We got to do what we got to do. It's not our fault. We got our senators sending out, letters to the committee on his behalf, which is insane, but nothing's going to come of that. But really what people got to remember is that these are kids that are playing in this game, and they're robbed of an opportunity like this because of one player being injured. And you're right, the committee did a horrible job of trying to cover this up when they should have just told us the news 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they want the ratings to be higher because they know they need an SEC team in like Alabama. They said to themselves, would we rather have an Alabama team with one loss and a Texas team and deal with, Florida State being undefeated and not in, or vice versa? And they knew what they were doing. But, I mean, that's just the issue that I have is the pure logic in all of it. And we kind of take that as a grain of salt. It's like it's like taking a girl out for 3 or 4 weeks on a bunch of dates, right? You take her out to the club, you get bottle service, you think you're going to close that night, and then boom, she goes home with somebody else.
Yeah, no, you guys are watching Entourage reruns with your buddies, being like, I was close, man, we had her. So that's the worst spot. I agree with you.
Exactly.
I agree. That's the worst spot. Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know. Get some baseball cards, entertain yourself with the alums. I don't know, man. It's a tough spot.
The chat just brought up a good, debate. What's the most corrupt committee in sports? Is it FIFA? Is it NCAA? BCS? Like, what do you think?
I mean, for a long time, it was the NCAA saying the kids couldn't get paid, and now they're all of a sudden like all about it.
Right.
I think by most standards, the NFL, MLB, and NBA are pretty. Although when Stern was running shit, he was a mafia boss. Him and Jordan got in a room for hours on end. and we'll never hear that conversation. But they came up with the fact that Jordan was going to go play baseball. That is 100% orchestrated. Jetski, do you know how long it was after Jordan's decision to go play baseball of when the investigation went away for Jordan's gambling? 4 days.
4 days. I was going to say 4 months.
I think it could be 2 days. It was 4 days.
That's crazy.
Might be 6, but it's 4 days. You can Google that and fact check me.
FIFA's
FIFA's fucked up.
2015 charged with wire fraud.
Yeah, they're
money
fucked up. But the NCAA's fucked up. The committee's fucked up. They're on the take. They know what the fuck they're doing. Also, who are these people? Make this a full-time job.
Well, when 38% of them have a college background and experience with football, which is wild with me. I read that in that letter today.
No, I mean, it's fucked up.
I don't know who these guys are. They're a small group of people, like Norvell said. He doesn't call them a committee. I heard that guy from Ben call in earlier talking about we should boycott all that. We got enough respect for ourselves not to do that. Of course, should we go out there and show face? Absolutely. I mean, because at the end of the day, we're all kind of hoping like this. We want Alabama to beat Michigan. We want Texas to beat Washington. And then we go out and beat Georgia. We're 14-0. Can you sit there and say whoever's the winner of that CFP is undisputed? No, you can't. We're 14-0 with 3 wins against SEC teams. Top 4 wins against top 25. You do the math, but it is what it is. We accept it. I'm just saying, use logic when you're gonna, fuck around with people like this.
I agree. I totally agree.
Is.
It's a messy situation. It's a fucked up sport. We've never had a true champion in my eyes, anyway. It's been. You could always make cases for it.
2004, Auburn.
Yep.
2004. They beat 4 top 25 teams. The USC and Oklahoma only beat 3. And they got screwed, so it happens. But anyway,
in fairness, though, the SEC, you guys got a lot more benefits of the doubt after the fact, starting in 2000 or after that. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's a fucked up system, man. It's a sport I love, and it's just not a true look at things.
It was the purest thing. And to me, and then we're gonna watch these games next year as alumni and get together and say, oh, they get a win over a big team. We're gonna be like, so what? What does that mean to us?
Yep.
This 12-team playoff, you think there's going to be 2 ACC teams in this thing out of 12?
Probably not.
Right. You have to have the ACC champion, and then you're not going to have a one-loss team. You're going to have 4 SEC teams with 2 or 3 losses.
I agree.
That's what all this is going to be about next year. It's bullshit.
It's fucked up.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Jetski.
Yeah. All right.
Fact check on the Jordan investigation, 2 days. Crazy.
I said 4. It might have been 2. It could have been 6. Yeah. So
nuts, though.
Dude. They concocted that situation. And now Stern's dead. You're never going to get it. But, yeah, I would love to – I almost wonder if an intern – how much money would you – that's the thing I would probably pay the most for. If an intern, taped that and had it, and they wired Stern's desk.
Yeah. That's going to I don't – you always talk about, the –
that or what the fuck OJ did in Chicago.
I don't know about OJ in Chicago.
He got on a plane and he was trying to get an alibi and bailed.
After the Bronco chase?
Yeah. No, before. That was his alibi. That was a weird one. I mean, there's a million different things in sports, but the sports butterfly thing kind of took off on TikTok.
Yeah, I like that. The sports butterfly.
There's a lot of those. So, all right, let's go fourth quarter, unpack them, and let's go 2-minute drill and set you up.
Great.
How many you want?
How many you got?
I have 4 and I could get 6.
Yeah, 6. Perfect.
That's what I tell him every time. I have 4, but maybe I can get 6.
I get 6.
Yeah.
Dallas, Ohio.
Dick joke.
Healthy debate. Hey, what's up, Rico?
What's up?
Hey, I got a question for you. I am a fan of the teams playing tonight, Monday Night Football, but I intend on watching Barstool Survivor. If I purchase it tonight, will I be able to rewatch it tomorrow?
Based on all the language that's coming out from what Dave's saying, everything goes on demand immediately. Can we pull up Dave's tweet just to double check? Yeah. Who are you a fan of?
The Bengals.
Okay, yeah, you're a dog. I think you might get blown out early, so we do everybody a favor. But yes, from my understanding, everything's on demand.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure I can rewatch it, or that episode just doesn't disappear.
If you purchase the pay-per-view, once the episodes air, it will be live on demand.
Yeah.
So right at 9 o'clock, things should start on demand. All right?
Okay, cool. And another thing, I think the committee got it right. Florida State I mean, you love the story, but they don't have a quarterback. No one wants to see
No.
Michigan play
Here's the
Iowa
thing.
again.
Here's the thing. They did not get it right, but their caveat or their silver lining is that it is the most watchable playoff. And it's a better watch. So that's what they're going to be. They're going to be like, well, what would you rather do? And they're using that as a crutch, but they did not get it right. I do want that reiterated. They did not get it right.
Okay, maybe they didn't get it right, but
it provided
for
excellent
viewing
television.
purposes-
It provided excellent television, and starting on Friday, I'm not going to care anymore about who got fucked, and I'm just going to be excited to watch something on New Year's Day. So, yes, I agree with you.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Joey, New Orleans.
Rico.
What's up?
You know, sad Saints fan. I apologize to you. You lost the money on.
No, I didn't. I had the Lions. I lost the Super Bowl future. It is what it is, but I'm going to be fading you guys left and right.
Yeah, you know, I owe a lot of money to him too. I want to get your opinion. What do you think about Derek Carr? I personally think give him another year. I feel like he's gotten, a bad egg with the coach and a lot of injuries. Now we're rumored to get Jaden Daniels in the draft. I don't know what to do though.
Yeah, well, who's going to get Jaden Daniels? The Saints? Do you think they fell that far?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
The mocks have him going to us.
I think Jaden Daniels might be flying up the boards, especially if he wins the Heisman, which he will. Yeah, it's weird, man, because I thought Derek Carr could be in a right situation with a team missing pieces. I'd maybe like to see Minnesota take a flyer on him, but it's hard. It's a hard sell because they paid him pretty well, right?
Yeah.
I think you put him around a team like the Jets. He's not a bad option with a good defense. But I wonder now, has the game passed him by? Does he have anything left? And I think the answer might be leaning towards no, which is a dangerous spot to be in your career. But that's where we're at with Derek Carr. Yeah, I do. Listen, the coach situation, I get it, but he hasn't been light. He hasn't been horrific, but he hasn't been lights out. So it's in that kind of flux area of his maximum capacity is getting lower and lower each day. And I don't know what to do with that.
Washington.
Hello?
Yep, you're on.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, this call is gonna kind of be like a little noogie, but all I gotta say is, who let the dogs out? And are you heartbroken just a little bit that Washington beat Oregon twice?
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't as like all in on Oregon this year, like years past. I feel like the older I'm getting, the less of a fan I am. And it's a little weird for me to get excited about Bo Nix. Don't get me wrong, he's great. But this transfer portal, it's not organic in the fact that he's the guy for Oregon, but I'll always know him as the guy for Auburn. Do you get where that is?
Yeah, and I have Michigan and Washington.
I'll be honest,
in
even
the finals.
Washington, Penix wasn't your guy either, really. That's where it's interesting too.
Yeah,
you guys are kind of renting. They're like escort. They're like escorts. You got them for a certain period of time. You're just hoping to get the maximum out of it.
Yeah, I have Washington and Michigan in the finals, but I wanted to hear. So tell Dave I said what's up. But I'm calling the prediction right now: 38-23, Washington over Texas. But I want to hear what are your top four picks. If you were on the committee, what are the four teams that you would put in?
I would have gone Michigan, Washington, no doubt about it. And I would have gone Texas and Florida State. I would have had three. And then Texas. So the way I looked at it was this: there's three teams for 2 seats. One of them went undefeated. I cannot possibly penalize them from a major conference. The other two, how do I decide? Oh, one beat the other one on the road by 10 points. It's got to be Texas.
Right.
So it was kind of simple to me. And then you could compare, well, who's better, Alabama or Florida State? Yeah, of course the answer is Alabama. But Florida State doesn't have any knock. They didn't lose one game. If Florida State lost one game, it's over. Put in Alabama. They didn't lose anything. Yeah, what more can you tell?
They won their conference.
Here's the other thing. You know how fucking hard it is to go undefeated? in college football?
Yeah.
It's damn near impossible. 4 teams did it this year. One of them was Liberty. Last year,
Yeah,
how many went in
everybody
the
who
regular
went
season?
undefeated.
Like, it's nobody goes undefeated. It's super hard.
Yeah.
So I go with the 3 undefeated teams, and I go with Texas. Give me the next one.
Nice.
Darren Rovell. Staten Island.
Definitely 100% not Ravel, but yeah, Darren from Staten Island. But thanks though.
What's
We
up?
got this. So Rico, healthy debate. Nobody's saying it, and I got some points to back it up. Just hear me out. Healthy debate. The biggest team that got screwed is not FSU. It's Georgia, because I get it. They lost to Bama by 3 in the title game. I get that. All right, I'm aware of that. But you had this team at number 1 or number 2 from the preseason poll all the way to the end of the year.
The other thing is the preseason polls don't mean shit. Preseason polls shouldn't mean shit.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying from the start, the beginning is my point. From week 1 on, then we can go then. They were 1 or 2. I get they lost to Bama by 3 in the title game. But last year, you mean to tell me, I know there's a large, wide abundance of teams this year compared to last year, but TCU lost their title game 2 last year and then still made it in. Granted, whatever, they whatever, you can argue they did or didn't want to get in. But this year, you mean to tell me that you don't think Georgia, because they had 1 3-point loss to Bama on the last week of the year after you had them number 1 or 2 the whole year, you mean to tell me at the end of it, they're not a top 4
They're
team?
an excellent team.
I feel like I'm alone on this.
They're an excellent team.
They're not in the top 4.
All right, here's why. They're an excellent team. It's a good call. I respect the passion. I love all the Staten Island people who are Georgia alums somehow because they bought a sweatshirt at Dick's. Like, I love it, bro. Guy's never been to the state of Georgia in his life. He's never been south of fucking Homedale, New Jersey, but he's riding and dying for the dogs.
Central Jersey.
Rico,
Let's test him, Jetski, real quick.
I'm a college football fan.
I get that,
I'm a college football fan.
Something
Rico,
coming down the
I'm
track.
In the Hall of Fame, Rico.
There's
no, Rico, I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Of what?
Where?
What?
Guys, listen, I'm calling in just to talk a little college football. Don't think I'm a Georgia front runner.
We're not. Let me. Listen.
Right.
Hey, we're having fun with you.
I just don't want you to get where I'm coming from.
He's so worked up.
I'm having a great time.
Yes.
Rico.
All right. So hold on. So let me get my points out there. Okay. I love it. I love the passion. I love that you have no idea the Georgia chance. I love it. When you make a list across the way of all these teams, you have Michigan, you have Alabama, you have Texas, you have Florida State, then you have Georgia and Ohio State. All their records are really good. 12-0 is a little bit better than 11-1 with a tough loss. So if we're making check boxes in terms of records, Washington gets a check, Michigan gets a check, and who's the other undefeated team? Florida State. All get checks. All get checks in those boxes in terms of best records. You guys probably get
I'm not even talking about records though, Rico.
Oh, Guy, let me finish.
About best team.
Yes.
All right, go.
The other check box is, as you're looking across, comparing conference championships. Georgia does not have a check box in that. So now we're 0 for 2. So now if you got to go down to the third parameter, that's hard for me to override you into the top 4. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's record and conference championships are some big check boxes, and you don't have each one of those when we're presenting them at the door. It's harder to skip in line when you don't have that. You got to have a conference championship.
Harder to skip in line, though. I get, all right, yeah, all right. Bama won the conference championship. That's why they jumped in line so much. But the thing is, you got
to remember the other part of it. Florida State jumps ahead of you because they won a conference championship. Texas won a conference championship, and Washington won, and Michigan won. Those guys have conference championships. That's a long line. You're not just asking to cut one guy. You're asking to cut 5. Do you follow that?
Yeah, I get that. But Rico, I know the last 2 years mean nothing, obviously, to this argument. But when you won the title the last 2 years in a row, and then the first game you lose all year, it's 3 points. You're no longer 1 or 2. You're now 6. I don't know. I feel like I'm in the minority on it.
Listen, it's a wrong place, wrong time situation. And the other thing too, man, here's what it comes down to. Georgia loses their game, like one game. in week 1 and runs the table, it's a non-issue. They're in. It's always has been, always will be. Way better to lose early in the year than it is late. It's just how it is. It sucks, but it's just how it is.
You made a,
you know,
you made a good, healthy debate.
It's a flawed system.
It's been on my mind right now.
If you want the real answer and you want to walk out of this happy, do I think Georgia's one of the best 4 teams? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think you start getting to a point where it's the Vegas power ratings. To me, the games are always going to matter. The championships are always going to matter. I'm going to lean on the side of that before I lead on Georgia being a 22-point favorite to Washington. You get what I'm saying?
I get totally. But the thing that I don't want you guys to think I'm calling in because I'm this big Georgia front runner, whatnot. I'm in the Pro Football Hall of Fame because I'm a diehard Detroit Lions fan. I am seeing the first real season in 30 years of my life of breathing. All right? So don't think that I'm this big Georgia, number 1 should be in. No, man. Big just sports fan. I just love college football. I just think Georgia should have been in.
Well, yeah. No, here's the other walkaway. We'll end on this. Never, ever, ever, ever has a undefeated Power 5 champion been left out. Never, ever, ever has a team team who's 6 or 7 jumped all the way into the top 4, and never once has number 1 been booted outside of the top 4. All of that happened this year. It was we said it for a while.
Crazy.
It was going to be a crazy year. It delivered on crazy late in the year. We didn't have a lot of upsets of 22-point favorites and stuff like that early in the year. It did feel like the top 10 was kind of washing everybody, and it was a little boring in that sense. But it got crazy at the end with the picture. It made up for it.
Just with the FSU thing, I mean, yeah, Jordan Travis, obviously the killer. I'll end it off with this. But they lost their second string, too. And we saw this third string guy. We saw it.
Won the games. They still won the games.
Because they won. Their defense is insane. That's why they won the game. Their defense is actually insanity. But the quarterback who came in the third string, I was rooting for FSU the whole way because I wanted to see him get it. I wanted to see him light it up. He did not light it up. They really did make the right choice, but it's excluding them and not putting them in.
Again, I'll keep reiterating this. It was a great call. They did not make the right choice, but they provided the best television, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
And I'll say this,
just
too.
want to let you guys know.
Carson Wentz goes down. We're going to rule out the Eagles. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Like, shit happens in football and sports and everything. So, that's where it's at. Michigan basketball in 1989 loses their head coach. Steve Fisher says a Michigan man will be a Michigan man. Took over days before the NCAA tournament. They win a title. Butler, little school who never should, inches away from a title. Like, let it play out. No, just because they think Florida State's a dog, I wonder if they thought TCU was a dog last year. And TCU mollywopped Michigan. Like, let the games matter. Let the games play out. Otherwise, just sim to end on Madden all day. Just sim to end and sim through your season.
Appreciate you guys. Healthy debate is absolutely awesome. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thank you.
And then just want you to know, Pick'em is like sort of the reason I really, really got into college football. But I love all the stuff you guys put out.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll see you. Hey, listen, if you're around Friday night, I'll be at Peter's Farrell. All right, pal? See you there.
Oh, all right. I might be with my buddy Ira, if you know what I'm talking about. Be good, Rico.
All right. Me and Frank the Tank will be there.
Nice. Love it. Talk to you guys later. Let's go. Bye.
Joke.
What?
I got the joke. Ira.
There was a famous Ira from Staten Island caller.
Oh, I was thinking
IRA? Tax guy? I don't know.
Up the raw?
Yeah.
I don't think he's that clever. But I love the fact that he's a pro. I got to see the pro. I got to see the Pro Hall of Fame plaque. See if you find that. But load up the calls. But caller of the day. Unbelievable.
There's a guy in the chat. He's not going to call in today. He left a voicemail. Sean Smith. He is on his honeymoon and has an interesting voicemail.
Oh, yeah. He wants to get rocked, right? He just tweeted at me. We'll play it.
Well, yeah,
we'll play
tomorrow we can
all right, you know what? Yeah, we'll give him time of day tomorrow because I feel like that could be a bigger topic. Because I think I'm on his side.
Yeah, we'll see what he has to say, but he's been in the chat.
As long as it's fun.
He should be with his wife right now, but do your thing, bro.
Yeah, we're addicted. How many you got? 2?
4.
4?
Do you want 2 or 4? I could pick out the bests.
No, I want 4. We deliver with the people. Give us the 4.
GMAC,
Move,
Florida.
though. Don't be telling us you're in the Hall of Fame.
GMAC,
Hey,
Florida.
Rico, I saw the UCF hoodie. Rico, I saw the UCF hoodie that you're rocking. Maybe think back to 2017, 2 national champions. We had
Clemson and we had UCF. This year we have the potential for 3 national champions. No, right? Liberty, Florida State.
Oh yeah,
whoever
yeah.
wins the playoff.
Yes, I actually think. Yeah, I also think they should start hijacking each other's parades. You know, like show the Liberty fans shouldn't even go to the Liberty parade. They should go to the FSU parade and hold up a sign so that gets on camera. I kind of like that. Yeah, I love the pettiness in college. Love it.
I don't know if you saw any of the videos from when Liberty got announced that they were in. Liberty was, or not that they were in, but their bowl game. Liberty was just so happy to be there.
Yeah.
UCF, Florida State, those teams went undefeated and they were pissed off that they weren't in.
Yeah, exactly.
Liberty was just happy to be.
Yeah, Liberty's an
I
auto.
love that.
Who do they have in a bowl game? Are they in the big one?
Oregon, I believe.
Oh, they get Oregon?
No. It might have been Oregon.
I don't love that.
It's Oregon.
I don't think Oregon might give a shit. Liberty, I'd take Liberty with the points, depending on how many.
No,
they'll give a
crazy
shit.
Bowl game. And I had another thing too. Okay, so a few days ago I saw that Kirk retired from the thing. I don't know if you've already talked about this healthy debate, but when he retired, did you know he was coming back right away?
No.
Or
I was done as well. We were both done. Healthy debate based on how strongly he felt about that and how much he's had my back. I was out to it. It wasn't as fun. It was not as fun. I think I'm in a weird spot with the dozen. When I was playing with Eddie and Clem, like it's kind of similar to Marty's team. You're just having fun. Back when we were ZD and we were bad, it's just a fun piece of content. I love Jeff. Like, it's okay. Like, no harm, no foul. If we win, we win. You know, it's like showing up to rec league. Then I go to Kirk's team, and now the pressure's on us to win a championship. That's a lot of fun, too. You're competing for a championship. You're in the live shows. I think it's the people in the middle of the dozen that are in kind of no man's land. Now, don't get me wrong. They should not play, and there's a lot of those teams who just can't win a championship. But I like it both. I like either being the really fun comic relief team or the champion. I hated being in the middle. So, to me, if I was just going to be in the middle, I was like, I'll sit it out, and then maybe we'll come back. We'll see what happens. But Kirk had my back.
Yeah,
I was all in.
There's a reason why they're doing the fan event against the Boost Ponies, because they're fun. And
Yes, I agree. They're a great team. Great addition. Great addition.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. It's a good call, man. Thank you.
Bodie.
Great name.
Yep. Great character.
Rico.
When he sneaks out of the kids' facility, the children, unbelievable. Go ahead, Bodie.
Bodie. Name's Cody here.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
Rico,
damn.
what's going on?
What's up?
Rico, little pro football talk here. I got the Packers. I got the Packers winning out this season. They're gonna run the table. They're gonna win out.
This is an all-time overreaction call.
And, you got to check the schedule here.
All right, give it to me quick. Lions again, probably, right?
No, we got the Tommy DeVito Giants.
Win.
Bucks.
Win.
Panthers.
Win.
Vikings with
Win-ish.
that shit Cordy, and then the Bears.
Win. Okay, you win. Point for you. I mean, that's 5-0.
I dropped him. I'm sorry.
It's 5-0. It was very low-key. Hopefully the team gets a little more motivated than that. But, yes, the Packers will win out. I do think the Packers can be that pesky underdog team you start to talk yourself into in the playoffs, other than the Cowboys, obviously. But I think the Cowboys are winning the division, so we'll see. Dukes, empty him up.
Also, just so you know, I see some being like the callers. He was talking that quietly. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
I just heard ODY.
Listen, he brought a good point. They're going to win out.
Yeah.
So if they don't, you're fired. But go ahead.
Coop, Long Island.
What's up, Rico? Healthy debate. With the holidays coming, when is it socially acceptable to stop wishing people a Happy New Year? I go January 7th.
No, I think, Dukes, maybe we'll start doing some stuff on the street and see how far we can go into the calendar year of getting a Happy New Year.
That's good.
Like, be really nice to the lady on a flight to Phoenix in April and see if we can get her to say Happy New Year.
Do you have to say it first for her to say it back, or is it
Yeah, because no normal person would say it.
Yeah.
I think it ends January 6th.
It all ends January 6th.
A lot of things end.
Yeah, I think maximum January 10th. Because here's the thing. You could catch up with somebody. Oh, I didn't talk to you over the holidays. You have a client. Oh, hey, how you doing? Happy New Year. Good. Yeah, well, how was New Year's? Good. I think you could get there to about January 10th.
Happy holidays, too. Some people celebrate January 6th, so you'd push that 4 days
Yeah,
past.
I think January 10th.
When's Chinese New Year? February.
February.
Does it extend? I feel like maybe it extends to February.
Are we
It's 2 weeks
insensitive for
long,
not
too.
saying Happy New Year through the Chinese New Year?
Maybe, but they're brainwashing us.
That's for
TikTok,
2042.
Fair enough. It's a good one. But yeah, January 10th, hard cutoff. Although we will now be challenging as much as we can.
Should we just do it until like June?
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
See what they do until
So,
people flip
back
out.
to Healthy debate. Happy New Year.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Because it's the New Year till the next year. Really.
It is. All right, give me the next one, please.
Bobby, this is the last one. Bobby, New Mexico.
Rico,
What's up?
healthy debate. So I bet $100 on Washington to win the Natty before the Oregon game. Do you think I should hedge, and who?
You bet who?
I bet Washington to win the Natty plus 2,200.
Yeah, I would hedge. So
And
100.
who?
All right, 100 to win 2,200. Texas is what, a 2-point favorite, 1-point favorite, 2-point favorite, 3-point favorite? What's Texas laying? Dukes. 3?
I got 2.
Washington.
4.5.
Ooh.
Last time I saw.
What's the money line? 3 to 1?
Yeah, let me double check it.
Oh, maybe you don't have
Let me see. Let me see if it moved.
Or do you think I should just ride it out?
No, I think if you have 2,200.
So what is it?
What's Texas's money line? I need to know.
Who did he take? What's his bet?
Washington, 1 to 22.
Could this money change your life? Dramatically.
I just think you
it'll
make
help
money.
out a little
I just
bit.
think at this point, I don't think Washington can win it. I think you try to make money. What is Texas's money line?
I'm still looking. There's a lot of bets now. There's a lot of bets. Texas is minus 190.
Okay, so I would put. You got 100 to win 22. I'd put 200 to break even. Because at that, no harm, no foul. No, you know what? 300 to win 150. You make a little bit back, very little peanuts. Go take yourself out for a pizza, or you're holding 400 to win. What? 1,900, 1,800. But then you're a massive dog. If Washington wins, you're a massive dog in the
6.
championship game.
Yeah.
So I think it's like.
So that's why I think you actually are probably rooting against Washington in the semi. I think you take the pizza and beer money. I'd put 300 to win 150.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or ish.
All right,
yeah.
sounds good.
If the money could change your life
All right,
dramatically
Well,
tomorrow.
no, he would have to put 4 to win 2. Yeah, he'd be in that range.
If the money could change your life tomorrow, hedge. If it's fun for you to ride out, ride it out. That's how I was.
Maybe get involved live. All right, do this. Try to get involved live. Because if Texas jumps up big, you're going to get dead and blown out anyway. If Washington jumps out 10-0, hit Texas live, and then you're in a good spot trying to get plus money. Do that. I'd get Texas live. I wouldn't lay the 190, actually.
All right.
But I think you're in a horrific spot either way in the championship game, so it is what it is. I would try to make money in the semi.
Sounds good.
I think you're in a bad spot in the final. All right, Jetski, 2-minute drill.
Yes, sir.
Good calls.
Great job. Was that a live one? All right. Anytime touchdown score for tonight.
Jamar Chase. We're going to keep it real simple. Jamar Chase. Can we get a number, Phil, by the way? Can we get a fucking track record? We've been pretty good here. Where's
You're up 40 units.
No chance. You're a dick. See, he's a dick. Don't mock me.
You're offered a pill that increases your intelligence by 50%, but also permanently removes your hair, including your eyebrows. Do you take it?
Yeah, you could be a rich bolt. Intelligence 50%.
Yeah.
I'm a better dozen player. I'm probably a better gambler. I could probably read faster. I can retain info. Can I learn the piano?
Probably.
I'm in. I'd be bold, even though I got great hair.
You do have great hair. Would you be willing to have your left middle finger surgically removed if it meant you'd never get any type of illness again?
Yes. After what I just went through, this one, see ya.
Yeah, that was a lingering. What's the best and worst Will Smith movie?
Oh. Damn, I feel like I'm going to fuck this up. best one. Help me out.
We have Pursuit of Happiness, Men in Black,
Ali.
What's the fucking apocalypse one?
Men in Black. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
That's probably his best performance, so I'm gonna go with that, even though it wasn't the best movie. And then worst, Wild West. I didn't think Hancock.
What about Independence Day?
Actually, have not seen the whole thing. It's on my list every year, 4th of July. I didn't hate Hancock. I thought Hancock was pretty good.
Yeah, Hancock wasn't bad. I'm trying to think of. I don't want to. Hitch I like Hitch. I don't know what worst movie would be. He did one called After Earth with his son that was terrible.
Yeah.
And apparently destroyed their relationship. So maybe that one. How much money do you think you would need to be completely set for life and live the lifestyle you want, worry-free, like a lump sum?
A lump sum of money that I need to live my life.
Like if you had a target amount in mind where you could retire and have X amount of money, what would that number be?
$3 million.
$3 million? You think that lasts your whole life?
Not my whole life, but I'm trying to go low. Maybe.
Like, you think 15 could last you?
How much money do you think you make in returns on $1 million each year?
Oh, and just like if you put it in there's certain
high
yield savings accounts that are like 4%.
So maybe I need $3 million to do that. So $3 million times 0.04 gets me $120,000.
Yeah,
every year.
Yeah.
So let's say I live off of 100, never have to work, and you have a ton of shit in the bank.
Yeah.
And then you could put back that 20, and now you have 3.2. Then you have or not 3.2 because that's 200,000. But then you have it's compounding. 6 to 8 million. I'm trying to go as low as possible. 6 to 8.
Yeah, I think I could make it work in the hills of.
I'd buy a bunch of 8. Do something that gets you money return too. Because then think about it, all you have to do is empty your ATMs.
Yeah.
You could buy a soda machine route. You pay somebody to do that. You do it. I'm just trying to do the minimum. I think 6 to 8 mil. I'd be pretty good. Probably lower, but.
Modest guy.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to go as low as. I mean, anybody could say 30 million.
No, but I think that's kind of the idea of the question. It's better than just saying you could be I need $1 billion. But
I think 3 I could be okay for a while. 6 to 8 I'm good for life.
Yeah.
Good for life. Great show today. Loved it. College football playoff. I want to say that again. They didn't get it right, but they provided great television. We're all going to watch. We're all going to enjoy it. Like and subscribe. Check us out. Barstool.tv tonight. Episode 4. Surviving Barstool. Ton of clips coming out of this one. Enjoy it. Stream tonight. 9 o'clock in the second half. We'll see you then. Everybody loves Healthy Debate. See you tomorrow.